What's up, everybody? My name is Chris from Crosshammer Films, and today I want to talk to you guys about 3 common filmmaking mistakes that I've seen amateur filmmakers make. Mistake number 1, undershooting a scene. So you shot your short film, or you're in the process of shooting a scene, and you think that you can just cover your scene with just 3 angles. You go in the edit room, you look at your shots, and you go, wow, I don't have enough, I need to go back and shoot more. But a lot of times, you don't have time to go back and shoot more. You only have the day that you scheduled with these certain actors, whatever the case may be, and now you have no opportunity to go back. So the key here is to not undershoot a scene. So my recommendation to you would be to overshoot. Don't undershoot, overshoot. What does that mean? Shoot more angles than you think you're gonna need. If you think you can cover it with just 3 shots, think again and shoot more. Even if on the day of, you decide to come up with extra shots and you have time, do it. This will help save you in the long run, so that way when you look back in your edit, you have multiple ways of cutting up a scene and your short film is essentially not ruined. Mistake number 2, lighting the day of the shoot. I've actually seen this before. This is one of the worst things you could do, because not only will you add time to your shoot, but you'll also overwork your crew, because you constantly have to move lighting, change lighting setups, and throughout the day, because you didn't have an initial plan or a lighting diagram to know exactly where your lights are going to be placed. What I would say to avoid lighting the day of is to, a couple weeks before your shoot if possible, even if it's just a couple days before, go ahead and do a location scout. Really check out the areas that you're going to shoot, and really start to already think of where you're going to place lights in the scene. This is just one part of the process. The next part I would say is to actually come up with a lighting diagram. And I will do a separate video going more in depth into what a lighting diagram is and how they're supposed to look. Essentially, it's a sheet outlining where you're gonna place your lights in the scene, and you can print it out, and it helps you on the day of set to make sure you're placing the lights exactly where you planned. And I would say, as an added bonus, actually plan a day where you can do a tech rehearsal and actually get your lights in the location you're gonna shoot at and test out and see if it works. Get either one of your actors to come and stand in so you can test the lighting, see if it works out. And if it does, great. If not, you can always change setups and see what works out. But the goal of this is so you can figure out your lighting before you get onto set. Everybody's gonna be moving, you're gonna finish on time, and you're gonna get the proper lighting that you need. Mistake number 3, trying a new shot without practicing it. I've seen this before. Some new directors want a complicated or a shot that they've never done before, and they would like to see it in their movie. Maybe they're getting ideas from other movies that they've seen, but they do this without practicing what the shot is going to look like. You always have to practice your shots, especially if it's going to be a complicated move or one that's going to require a lot of movement. A good example of this is a oneer. A oneer is a one-take shot, or basically a one long shot that's continuous without cuts. To avoid making this mistake, really plan out your shots and practice with your actors. Get your team together, get your camera crew, get your actor, and really run through every single move with them. And it's okay to break it up into steps. That way it's easier and more manageable at the time. And do this a couple weeks before your shoot. That way, by the time you get it rehearsed and you have it all down with your actors and the camera crew, you get there, you show up day of, and you nail it in 1 to 2 takes possibly. You might need a couple more if it's a oneer, but like I said, that was just one example. And this applies to any complicated shot that you want to try. Always practice new moves. Don't leave it to the day of. As with everything in filmmaking, planning is everything. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one.